Hey guys, how's it going? Hey George. So guys, I wanted to ask you guys, how come you're not following the books anymore on the TV show? David, calm down. We both knew this day would come. Eventually. Okay, you want to know why we're going off book? I'll tell you why we're off book. Because there are no more books to adapt! What are you talking about? There's plenty of stuff in there you haven't even touched. You didn't do Ariana Martell's Rebellion, Quentin Martell's Journey to Marine, or feature any of the stuff with Euron Victorian or Aaron Dampere. Not to mention the fact that you cut out all of Tyrion's Journey to Marine. Where's Penny? Why didn't you include Penny? Because it's TV, George. Nobody cares about Penny, and nobody pays $15 for HBO just to watch dwarves fuck. But that's the best part! You have no idea how important the dwarf fucking is to the Winds of Winter! But the Winds of Winter never came. Listen, we started this in 2011. Hell, we even had to reshoot most of the pilot and recast Daenerys. And you know what? It was great that you got Dance of Dragons out that year. But it's been 7 years since then, so where's the next book? Well, I've been very busy. Well, you know what we've been very busy making? The world's most popular TV show! You know what fucking busy looks like? It's coordinating 5 different crews in 6 fucking different countries. It's casting 50 new principal actors each season because you have so many fucking characters. It's coordinating the biggest stunt and special effects unit ever committed to a television production, and it's mobilizing 3,589 people, making sure each one of them knows what the fuck they need to get done. What the fuck have you been doing? Well, I spend a lot of time trying to make sure my hat and suspenders match when I hit the interview circuit. It's the same hat every time. You never wear anything else. Sit your ass down and write something. We've all seen the Conan segment, but I have writer's block. Sometimes I just sit around all day and wonder if maybe I should have been a plumber. Okay, you know what? You have a net worth of $15 million. You must be doing something right, because a plumber isn't worth $15 million. See a therapist, or take up drinking. Hell, you have enough money so you could drink yourself half to death, quiet the demons of inadequacy clawing at your soul while you finish your last book, and then spend a couple $1 million drying yourself out in a luxury spa, while also keeping a full staff of the best psychiatrists in the country on retainer, or just do cocaine. It did wonders for Stephen King. He managed to finish his Dark Tower fantasy epic before you. Well, I can't focus when I know you're making fan fiction out of my work. I mean, come on, I've seen those scripts. You have Arya walk out of a house of black and white with full faceless man powers and no consequences whatsoever. When I established that the only way you could have those abilities is by giving up your identity, then you have her kill Walder Frey and his entire family. That's the kind of bullshit you see on fanfiction.net. Then you send Jon Snow, King of the North, up on a suicide mission that's completely pointless. Then Dany uses her magical teleportation powers to fly all the way north, despite the fact that you have that stupid map showing exactly how far Dragonstone is from the wall. They'd all be dead from starvation by the time she got there. It's stupid video game logic. It's all the bullshit you'd see on Xena Warrior Princess or Hercules. That's why people like A Song of Ice and Fire, because it doesn't have any of that lazy crap. And you know what? Sure, it's not the same as the grounded fantasy world you set up, but let me put it this way. You started off your books with magical ice zombies threatening your 7 kingdoms. You set up the Chekhov's gun, now it's our turn to fire the fucking thing. I don't care how much inspiration you took from history, how the Starks are based on the Yorks and the Lannisters are based on Lancasters, or how this entire thing is loosely inspired by the War of the Roses. You introduce a world with ice zombies, and now it's our time to pay off on those motherfucking ice zombies. No matter how much sex and politics you throw in, you're still basically writing a fantasy story with magic, wizards, dragons, and chosen ones of destiny. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean Azor Ahai. And if you can't pay off on that crap, then someone else has to. I'm sorry to say this, but me and David both started out writing literary fiction. I mean, we all love dragons and zombies and whatnot. And don't think just because you slathered some community college European history lesson onto it that you're somehow now above the level of a wizard fighting a dragon spray painted on the side of a van. But A Song of Ice and Fire is literature. You're only millionaires because of me. I was the one who gave you the beheading of Ned Stark. I was the one who came up with the Red Wedding. All of your best moments are from my genius. Yes, Those were all great, and Hodor, Hold the Door was great too. Every time I go to my apartment, my doorman laughs at me saying, "Hold the door!" Like I haven't heard it 2,000 times in the past year. Hell, Christian even got a very lucrative KFC commercial because of it. But let's face it, if you don't have any more moments like that left in you, now it's our job to end this thing and show people all the stuff you promised them but never got around to delivering. Like Tyrion meeting Daenerys, or dragons fighting zombies, and the Dothraki screamers finally facing off against the knights in Westeros. And you know what? It's time for us to resolve something instead of introducing another 100 characters even though you only have 2 books left. Yeah, if you have so much writer's block, how come you keep on releasing History of Westeros books and keep on pumping out short stories? Writing's hard. You don't know what it's like. Oh, I don't know. Like maybe producing 80 plus hours of high budget television that we've been pumping out for the past 6 years of our lives? Maybe as hard as that? But I get tired. I don't like waking up in the morning. Well, I don't like waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning in Croatia, but that's what we have to do to get this shit done. Well, you know what? Fine. I'm going to have my own ending, and it's going to be even better than your stupid TV show because there's going to be even more dragons and White Walkers and giants. Yeah, sure. Why don't you give us a call whenever you get that done? I'm sure you won't be too busy watching The Last Kingdom. Yeah, that's right. We read your Twitter. We've seen you eating the lobster, playing with the koala, putting on different hats, and doing literally anything other than writing your goddamn novel. At least I'm writing a book. All you've done is make a fantasy funland version of my brilliance. You think having Alfie Alon shake a bit is nearly enough to represent the accurate physical and psychological torment of becoming Reek? Did you even read the character descriptions? The guy you cast as Roose Bolton looks exactly like the guy you cast as Tywin Lannister. He's supposed to be pale because of the leeches. Brienne of Tarth is ugly as sin, but all you do is cast a slightly butch fashion model as the Hollywood version of ugly. All you're doing is making a YA sanitized Hunger Games version of my work. Okay, you know what? Maybe everything we've done is all fan fiction. Maybe our writer's room is actually filled with a bunch of teens from Tumblr who wrote their stories of Jon Snow and Dany hooking up because it's the most obvious thing in the world. But you know what? At least they got shit done. Yeah, we're totally doing the ending where Jon and Dany both ride dragons in a super epic battle against the Night King, then go off and have little incest Targaryen babies that ride wolves, and you know what? They're gonna give us all the Emmys in the world for it. So go ahead, George, keep on trying on different hats, see how fast that gets you to finishing The Winds of Winter. I bet all the book readers just can't wait to see what happens to Stannis Baratheon, Ariana Martell, and John Who the Fuck Cares Connington. We'll be over here in Ireland filming Clegane Bowl and giving the people what they want. Sure, do whatever you want, but the real fans will always know the books are better. Not if he dies and someone else has to finish it, like Robert Jordan.
When the night has come